Good morning, students. In this video class, I will cover pointers as function arguments. Students, we already studied functions in the previous semester while learning programming in C. There are two types of functions. One is library function, another is user-defined function. Library functions are the functions provided by the compiler itself. That's the developer of the compiler, and to use that we need to import the include the necessary header files in our program, and just we can call it. For example, mathematical functions such as power, square root, and also string functions such as string length, string copy, etc. These are all library functions. And user defined functions are the functions that is designed and developed by the programmer. Likewise, we can also create our own functions, and we will pass the value to that functions, and the function may return one value. So by default, the function can return either no value or one value, or in another word, if the function type is a void type, then it does not returns any value, and if it returns a value, then we have to specify the type of the value that will be returned by the function in its prototype declaration. So here is, till now we have studied how the function is invoked or function is called. There is only one method you have studied, that is call by value. That means here is, while calling a function, we will pass a variable value stored to that function as a value. That means the value will be copied in a variable inside the function, which is nothing but a local variable. You know what is local variables and global variables. Variables declared inside the function are known as local variables, and variables declared outside the global any of the function is called as global variable. So passing a value by passing a value to a function is known as call by value. So another one is call by reference or call by address. So in some programming language they will use only the word call by reference or call by address. Here we'll use the word call by reference. It also stands for, it's also same as call by address. In the call by value, whenever we call a function, whatever the values provided as argument in that function are copied in the variable inside the functions, and whatever the changes made to that values or that function variables does not reflect in the calling functions. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಯೂಸರ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದವಾಗ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಅದು ಯಾವುದೂ ಸಹಿತ ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So that is not reflected in the calling function. In the call by reference, we will use a different approach. That is, instead of sending a value, we will send the pointer of the memory location. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಆ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ನ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಎ ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಪಿಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ನ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. So this is called as call by reference. I will go for one simple example here. Observe, here is void function. The function is called here is change. Function name here is change, and type of the value returned by the function change is void. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಲಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ordinary variable. Now coming to the main function, I will declare a variable x and the value stored in the x is 20. Value of x is 20, so it's quite natural. Okay, value of x is 20. So this is the first statement. Now I am calling the function change, and observe here is I am using the variable that is its address is passed ampersand x, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, x ನ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. and this is stored in the pointer p. This is stored in the pointer p. Inside the pointer, inside the function, value of function value of sent value is modified. Value of x is changed here is because now after getting the address of x storing in p, now p points to the variable x and star p indicates it is a value stored at the variable x, variable of the variable x. So for that I am adding the value 10. So that means here is in this statement value of x is modified indirectly. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ p ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸಹಿತ p contains address of the variable x, so effect is done at main function. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಸಹಿತ ಆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗೋದು ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. and also the function is void type, it does not returns any value, then also change is applied in x also. So after that value of x is 30. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. main function x, it has a value 20, it is stored in 4-byte memory location and the base address, that is the first byte address, is assigned by calling the function change. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ x ನ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ p ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. observe here is star p in change and it contains the address of the variable x. x ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನ ಇದು ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ and this the value in hexadecimal. ನೋಡಿ ಇದು 20 in hexadecimal it is 14. so others most significant bytes are zeros, they are filled accordingly. likewise here is p contains address of the variable x, so only the base address is taken and that is assigned here. so ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, the same address, that is address of the memory location, so it's the same address is here. so star p ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದವಾಗ it indicates that star p indicates that value stored at this address, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ 10 ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. this is the meaning of this statement here is value stored at the address, that means p ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್, ಆ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಇರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ 10 ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ and the result is stored in the same address, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಇದ್ದದ್ದು 20 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. so this is the use of pointers as function, that is called by reference. now functions returning pointers, it's a simple point here is, so void function ಇಂದ ನಾನು more than one variable ಸಹಿತ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೇನೆ and general format here like this, the data type returned by the function and it is of the type pointer. Name of the function. Arguments list here is optional. It depends on the type of the program you have to write. And for example, here is larger is a function which returns integer pointer. Returns integer pointer means it's a memory address for a variable integer type. And here is a just example which takes two integer pointers as arguments. So this is the declaration and explanation for the functions returning pointers. I'll go for a very simple example. Observe here. I declared the functions, that its prototype is like this. I declared two variables a and b, and values are stored, and also one integer variable declared, that is star p asterisk p, and I'll call the function larger. So larger takes address of a and b, address of a and b, and here is I am passing the address of a and address of b, and they are stored in x and y accordingly. And inside the function star x, which points to the memory location a, star y or asterisk y, which points to the memory location b, and value of x, that is value of a, that is pointed by x, is compared with the value of p, which is stored pointed by y. So star x points to the value, that is 10, that is stored in a, and y points to the value 20. So if this is true, it returns x value, but here is actually the values different, and this points to a memory location which contains 10, and this points to a memory location which contains 20. So the condition is false. Here is return x does not work, else what will work, that is return y. Return y because y pointing to a memory location which contains larger value than the memory value pointed by x. So again here is I am not sending the value, here is I am sending the memory location address, that is y. So this y address is stored in p. Y's address, not y's address stored in y is returned to p. That means larger functions is returning a pointer memory address of the type integer. The reason is that y is assigned with the address of the integer location, integer variable p, so that is returned here is, and star p nothing but once again it is p here, b here is integer the variable b. So that means here is the memory location integer variable b has two pointers, one is as y inside the function larger and b inside the main again. Depending on the value of a and b, we may get different answer. That means if I store bigger value in a, so then it returns the value of x, so that is address of a. So on successful execution of this program, we will get the output. You can guess it properly. Observe here is output, here is 20. Now coming to the most interesting one, pointers to functions. And pointers to function is used in system level programming, and also the most complicated system user applications such as antiviruses, hard disk accessing programs, etc. There are heavily used pointers to functions. Here function as a type and address. Just like memory variables, functions also is a type and it stored in a memory during the execution. Therefore, we can declare a pointer to a function similar to other variables, and declaring pointer is very tricky here is, so be careful while writing in the exams because it's written like this. the pointer to a function is like this. Observe that the asterisk mark and pointer name is enclosed between a pair of parentheses and again one pair of parentheses. This tells compiler that fptr is a pointer to a function and it returns a type like this. For example, here is MUL stands for multiplication. For a short form I used here is MUL is a function name. It returns double type, takes two integer arguments. It's a normal prototype of the function. Now for this function I will create a pointer like this star p1 enclosed within a pair of parentheses and again one blank pair of parentheses, and address of function is assigned to the function pointer, that is p1, like this. So just go through this. It's a very most advanced part, even though in our syllabus it is given with a simple example. It's the most important one. This is function declaration, that's prototype, and this is the declaration of function pointer, and here is assigning the address of the function to the function pointer. So you will understand better from the example program. So we'll go for that now. Okay, now I missed here is once again how to call the function. We will call function like this mul x. Here I am passing the values x and y. In place of mul I will write like this, assuming mul is assigned with a pointer, that is within bracket star p1, then remaining portion, that is list of argument as usual. Okay, here is the example for pointers to function. Student, it is a one of your graded exercise and one of the simplest and easiest program in the lab experiments. Say I am declaring num result as number, integer values, and here the function prototype int cube int, and here is f function pointer cube, again it is integer, pointer to functions, and here is the definition of the function is like this. It takes a integer variable, observe that, not the address, integer variable, and whatever the integer value passed to it is returned as cube of it, that means x is multiplied thrice and that result is returned, and return type here is int, and here is return type of the function type here is function pointer is int. So I will store the address of function like this. Storing the address of the function, and I will call it, that is function invocation. Now during the execution printf statement is here, and for scanf this is my input, and address of function is stored here in ampersand cube, address of function is stored here is, and fptr, and function call by using the function pointer, and the whatever the call which is indirectly calls this function, it returns a value that is stored in result. So the cube of percentage d is, it will be like this, and num 5 and result. So this is one of the graded exercise for your lab subject. data structures using C, and most simplest one, easiest one in the subject.